What's good, y'all? It's your boy Third Degree. We're back with more Ratchet news. Well, some of it's ratchet, some of it's not, but we still gotta speak on it. So let's go. What's up, y'all? Yeah, please bear with me. I'm battling a little cold, but we're gonna try to get through this as best as we can. So just be patient. But back in the news, Trump grants 75-day extension on TikTok deadline. Only to sit up there in the beef with China some more. What can you say, right? Moving on. Also making news, former President Barack Obama calls out Trump double standard. Imagine if I had done any of this. Yeah, they would have fried you. Moving on. MTV's making a band star, Dylan John, arrested for alleged simple assault in Wake County. I guess, he went to go choke out, allegedly, the guy who did not believe that he spits hot fire. He's hot fire. Top 5 rappers. All right, moving on. Thomas Jefferson's 6th great grandson recreates his photo. Moving on. Anthony Edwards' ex tells judge she's unemployed, brings up his net worth and child support plea. Only crazy because Anthony Edwards was granted no custody or visitation in ongoing paternity case. That's cold-blooded, you know what I mean? But we were just talking about this last week, so hey, moving on. In the Battle of the Littles, Bow Wow says beef with Omarion is complicated. Please expound. But moving on. Papoose and Clarissa Shields serve a major couple goals, and they're still out here being petty towards Remy Ma and her team move, Papoose. What's his name? Moving on. Jordan Peele's Him, starring Marlon Wayans, debuts official poster. Oh, I can't wait to see this one. Speaking of Wayans, Damon Wayans opens up about falling in love with a woman who dated his nephew. Kind of creepy, but that's still my dude. Damon Wayans is my favorite one out of all of them, so salute to him. National Park Service alters Underground Railroad page, removes Harriet Tubman reference. Crazy, right? We knew this was going to happen. Moving on. Update. Amy Luciano and Dwight Howard call off engagement after allegedly she found out he was with men in wigs. Domestic police report filed. Kind of crazy, right? You should just stick to playing ball. No pun intended. Moving on. Bootsy involved in car accident in Atlanta. Witness claims rapper was speeding and ran a red light. Man, prayers to everybody involved in that situation. Moving on. Nicki Minaj named the #1 best female rapper of all time by Billboard staff, and they must have been sipping on some good gin and juice, right? But moving on. Well, before I move on, I'm not saying that she's not dope, but #1 over Lauryn Hill, Missy, Lil Kim. But, she's still dope, but I didn't mean to kind of throw shade, but we can have a debate about that on the show. Moving on. Kourtney Kardashian comes out as autosexual. What does that mean? She get turned on by cars? I swear, people be coming up with new-ish every single day. Man, just simple as now. Moving on. It has been revealed that CamRon, actually his family owns the iconic Roscoe Chicken and Waffles. Which, the founder of Roscoe's, I think, actually came from Harlem. So there could be some validity to this. I hope he further expounds on this, because I would like to know. Moving on. Student loan payments are doubling after court blocks Biden-era programs. Quote, I'm sick, unquote. Moving on. The Denver Nuggets have fired their head coach, literally right before playoffs start. I don't know if that was a wise move, but he was a real one. Mike Malone said players were not watching film, calls out some for being full of shit. Hey, sometimes you gotta tell a person what they need to hear, right? It's that hard truth. Moving on. But with that being said, my Los Angeles Lakers have clinched the playoff spot. So, let's go Lakers. Lake gang, let's go. Moving on. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says 2 Chinese men were caught fighting alongside Russia. The plot thickens, right? Moving on. Man finds out he was kidnapped as a child, found missing, poster of himself in his mom's files. Crazy, right? We need to hear more of this story and turn it into a Lifetime movie. Moving on. JD Vance calls Chinese citizens peasants, and China fires back. This is crazy, all this war of words with China. It's not going to end really, really well. So I hope we can come up to a resolution, because I like TikTok and CapCut. But moving on. Michelle Obama shuts down divorce rumors after being noticeably absent from public events with Barack. Always trying to break up a happy home, you know what I'm saying? Let her do her thing. Moving on. Kenya Moore says explicit image of Britt Eady was a fair receipt since she found him online. Plot thickens, huh? Go girl. Let's go. Moving on. Prayers to those affected in Dominican Republic. Dozens confirmed a Dominican nightclub collapse, including 2 former Major League Baseball players. Man, prayers out to everybody. Moving on. R.Kelly loses appeal in ex-trafficking case, but dodges hefty restitution costs for victim's medication. Hey, and prayers to him too. Moving on. Woman shot by LAPD during search of Eagle Rock house identified as wife of Weezer bassist. Crazy, right? Moving on. Drake becomes the first artist in history to surpass 500 million RIAA certified units across album sales and features. You go, Drake, you go. Moving on. Tony Braxton and Birdman secretly married for 8 months. Tony files for divorce 2 days later. Crazy, right? Moving on. 40-year-old woman in Mexico has given birth to the world's first conceived baby through an AI-powered IVF procedure. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. These are the times, right? Moving on. Ray J opens up about strained relationship with Sister Brandy. Keep that between y'all. Moving on. Trump again. The Donald Trump administration has canceled Social Security numbers of over 6,300 migrants with legal status. Crazy, right? Moving on. Texas passes bill requiring fathers to pay pre-birth child support. Crazy. They smoking out some good hay. Moving on. Stephen A. Smith says he's thinking about running for president in 2028. Negro, sit down. South Carolina plans on execution by firing squad for Mikhail Mahdi. Crazy. Last but not least, Ryan Coogler Sinners debuts with a perfect 100% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Make sure you go out and go support. Take that back. This is the last one. Black-owned bank, One United partners with credit building tech platform to make home ownership more accessible for renters. One United Bank. So go out, support, all right? But I'm in third grade. That's the Ratchet News. Peace.